you said you've never seen all of this in motion?
And I've never seen all of this in 30 some odd pieces here. I've never seen 30 some odd pieces of my work like this. So this is, for me, it's an exciting event. My daughters, my two daughters, there's two of my kids there. And people come up to see it. But there's a concert going on. That's why most of the people are in there. They're going to have a reception. Yeah.
That's ringing the bell.
I can't tell when it's over when it's
Summer school.
I'm sure she was. Yeah.
Let go.
Can we come into the party? Thank you.
We get together.
Hi, I'm her friend Sue. I love your work. Although this is
This is Valerie. Hi, how are you?
And has lived abroad in Japan, in Venezuela, and in Africa, in Senegal, West Africa. It was living in Senegal, West Africa, where he began to create the mixed media collages out of necessity. He said he did not have access to the usual artist's instruments and supplies, so he turned to natural elements and cast-off objects. Thus began his interest in collages. Eventually, this evolved into the works you see today. These collages of wood pieces and others of electronic parts. His inspiration comes partly from the materials with which he is working, and the recycled parts used in a composition retain their identity within the completed work. His art is like a statement to encourage effective recycling in our world. Some of these he calls cityscapes, and others are more elusive compositions. I meant to give you a little bit of background on him too. Cleve is not only an artist, he has been a teacher, a college professor, he's owned a gallery, and now he's a full-time working artist. Jude, who has a day job as a manager in EPA, provides Cleve with strong support in every possible way. I'm going to give him a chance to say a few words, but I did want to mention that we have his autobiography here. It's back here, and you can buy a copy if you want. Over the weekend, Carol Sliker and I, who do the art shows, have been reading our copies, which we were kindly given, and it's a very interesting memoir. It's called In the Shadow of the Statue of Liberty, a memoir of a Black American. So I recommend that you take a look and see if you would like to buy a copy. They're paperbacks and they're $10, and they're very interesting. I read mine till 1 o'clock last night.
If you know how I got here, Alva and Carol came to my warren, it's a word, and a couple of years ago they said, Mimi Wilfred, told me about your work, and we'd like you to come and put some of your work in our church. I laughed it off because so many people tell me how much they like what I do, and I never believed it until today. I've never had a show, or I've never seen 30 pieces of my work assembled in one place as you see here today. But before I carry on, many people ask me how I do what I do, and I still have no idea. A lot of people are responsible for how my work comes together. And one of the people most important would be Jude Andresen. Jude and I have known each other for about 38, 39 years. And much of what I am and what I do is because of Jude. I'm really blown away because all you folks are here, and I really hope you like what you see. For $10 you can find much more about me. But one of the people that's responsible for me to find out who I might be, I still have no idea, interested, was Ross Cowie. Ross Cowie is a guy like many of you here I met in Africa. Ross Cowie, he's a tall guy, blonde. Oh, it's great. Ross and I have traveled a lot. He's been sort of a quiet shadow on my life, but he's helped me edit my work. And yeah, Ross is one of the people who I've quietly watched. He doesn't say much, but cool dude. Then, of course, my two daughters are here. I've been telling people that I have two daughters who live in New York, and I said, whoopee! So my daughter, Valerie, is and she's here, the good-looking one. And the other good-looking one is Leslie.
Not me, I'm the mom.
School principal, and I'm very glad that I've seen much of my work here. And I'm glad that it's not the work that I did when I was married. I was skeptical of new women all over. My daughters know that I've grown up. This comes about. What you're seeing is part and parcel of the work that comes through me, material. And one of the people here today who is responsible for giving me the material that allows me to do the work that you see, and he's David Seagraves. I don't see him around here, I see his wife. This is his wife, Ellen. But David Seagraves is a guy who's another shallow person in my life. Dave has a woodworking shop. It's Columbia Woodwork, and he works in a lot of exotic materials. And he's the person who I'm telling you how this comes about, is Dave Seagraves. And that's that. I've been working for the last half dozen years on Seagrave said, Cleve, I want you to meet a guy I know. He said, you gotta meet him. This guy has I don't know how much his business is worth. It's probably very expensive. He dragged me out of his building, took me down to a place several miles out of Manhattan. I met a Korean guy who was buying this electronic material for the government. He was dumping this stuff on his property. He said, take it. I said, what do you do with that stuff? I took a few pieces. He gave it to me for free. And I began to destroy the store. I began to take it apart. So what you see here is nothing that exists in the technology, the science of computers and technology. I know nothing about it. I write on a computer. I use a word processor. Not send email. But the work that you see here now is because of another lady here who has invited me to do a show at Johns Hopkins, Harriet Lesser. Harriet Lesser is the one who decided to do some of to put this piece that you see here, 9/11. Since I was born in New York, the 9/11 piece came to me very easily. This is one of 3 pieces. So that's the piece that you see, and it was exhibited in the museum in New York City. And again, because of Jews, access my agent, the person who gets the money, the person who's behind me. But the wood is from Dave Seagrave, support is from Jews. If you want to know about me, you can purchase the book about my life, and you drop $10 in the box and you can take them if you would like them. Thank you.
I have your party with flower on it. Oh, my goodness.
All kinds of different things.
No, I know. This is obviously not
Oh, right. Okay. Mr. Perot, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I will, and I'm going to come by your house.
Yeah. No, I'm ready. I think you postponed your show for a week or
March 14th, I'll be there.
Yeah, I noticed. I mean,
This is Dan Welder. Okay. I just
so
want you to know I'm still working.
Yeah, and I also gave her some invitations already.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm working this 1 hour with
I talked to her and I got her information as well.
nice stuff.
Okay, so I'll keep in touch. Excuse me.
We'll see you next week. So you're busy, you guys.
We sat in the back room while the church was closed. Did anybody ever vote for a job? You had a search committee, of course.
the military high commander. It's basically, it's translates really in real life, the DIA. Remember, it's like